Hi students, in this session we are going to discuss Unit 2 HRM in India, Human Resource Management in India. What is the development process and evolution, globalization, that's it. Okay, so first topic is in the second unit, first topic is evolution and development of human resource management, HRM, human resource management. Okay, in past tense, first management book titled Ardhashastra. First management book titled Ardhashastra, written by Kautilya in 14th century BC. 14th century BC. He is a economist. And he is worked as a Chandramouli Gupta. Worked as a advisor. The king of Chandramouli Gupta. Okay. Then Kautilya is contributed was based on the Samrastra concepts. In Ardhashastra management book, taken some concepts from Samrastra concepts like job description, qualification of job description, qualification of job, selection process, executive development, incentives system, performance appraisal were very effectively analyzed and explained. See, once again I repeat. His contribution was based on Samrastra concept like job description. In the book already concepts told about job description. Okay, then qualification of each and every job in the organization. Qualification of each and every job in the organization. Then selection process. How to select a candidate in the organization by HR. Okay, then executive development. Existing employee, how to development, the process are written by this book. Okay. Next, incentive system. What is incentive? Incentive given the performance, best performance or more than the best performance. That time incentives are given to the employee. The incentive system schemes are concepts are taken from this book. Okay. So performance appraisal. What is performance appraisal? We already discussed in unit 1. Performance appraisal means human resource manager conduct the performance appraisal. Any employee worked more than 1 year or yearly, whatever it is, yearly conduct the performance appraisal for employee. It is the performance appraisal decided of incentive, promotions, increments. That's it. Okay, were very effectively analyzed and explained. Okay, this is the first book of management. Book name Ardhashastra, written by Kautilya. Okay. Next, in previous sessions from 1922 today onwards, the system of human resource management. First one from 1920 to 1930. 1920 to 1930, it's a beginning stage. It is a beginning stage of human resource management. In beginning stage, the emphasis was statutory and welfare activities. It is only applicable for statutory and welfare activities. The status, final status of this decade, it's a clerical status. HR worker as a clerk. Okay. After the 1940 to 1960, at the time of 1940 to 1960 development, struggling for recognition, HR management struggling for recognition. In this 20 years, introduction of techniques by HR management. In these 20 years, status of human resource management is a administrative. From 1940 to 1960. Then 1970 to 1980 development achieving. Okay. Then struggle for recognition, they already achieving the HR goal. Okay. Regulatory conforming imposition of standards. So HR manager will maintain the standards at the time of 1970 to 1980. At that time, 1970 to 1980, the HRM status managerial. This time, 1970 to 1980, HRM purely developed, achieved, okay, as a managerial status. Okay. After that, 1992 today onwards, it is a promising development. Okay, promising development. Human values, HRM, human values, production with people. What is human values? Human values are under the humans, because of HR management is a people management. That's why the emphasis taken the human values, production with peoples only. In this situation, 1990 onwards, HR management status executive level. Executive means topest level. Okay, we are all discussed in previous sessions. Topest level. Okay, these are the 1922 today onwards HR status. First one, clerical status, administrative, managerial and executive level. From clerical level to executive level will take in a time of 70 years, right? 70 years taken. Okay, this is the HRM development in India. Next one is from during the British rules. During the British rules, the first Factory Act was adopted in 1881. Then the Factory Commission was appointed 1885. Okay, during the British rules, the first Factory Act was adopted 1881. The first Factory Commission was appointed 1885. Okay, this act provided for weekly holidays. This act provided for weekly holidays. Then fixation of working hours. Then third point, fixation of minimum wage rate. wage rate. Nowadays, what is weekly holidays? Weekly 1 or 2 holidays as per India Factories Act. Okay, Indian Factories Act. Okay, fixation of working hours as per the Indian Factories Act. Maximum working hours per day is 8 hours. What is that? 8 hours per day. Per day. Okay. Then fixation of minimum wage as per the Factories Act. Now till date minimum wage 500 approximate 500 per day. Okay, these are the Factories Commission was appointed from 1885. Okay, this point over. Next, 1880 the first labor organization was formed. The first labor organization was formed and known as Bombay Mill Hands Association. Repeat again, Bombay Mill Hands Association. The first labor organization. Which year? 1890 onwards. 1890 onwards, first labor organization was formed and known as Bombay Mill Hands Association. Okay, and after that the success of this association, yes, Bombay Mill Hands Association will running successfully. So the success of this association, few among these were Printers Union Calcutta, and also create some other associations. Printers Union Calcutta 1905 and two more there. Postal Union Bombay in 1907 and Madras Labor Union 1918. So after success of Bombay Mill Hands Association, some few associations are started by Britishers. Okay, so first one is Union Calcutta 1905, Postal Union Bombay 1907 and Madras Labor Union 1918. Then next point, the union movements was very weak. The union movement was very weak. What is that? Union Calcutta, Postal Union Bombay, Madras Labor Union, these are the very weak. But the situation showed market improvement 5 years. Before and after the Second World War. After independence 1947 August 15th, India Independence Day. Okay, so after independence the activities of the personal development have multiplied. It is not a singular, it is a multiplied. Personal development in human resource management. Then next point, the personal function in India, originated 1920s. Actually, the personal function in India originated 1920 onwards. That's why we are discussing 1920 starting. Okay, clear? right, with the concern of labor welfare in factories, labor welfare in factories. Okay, then last point, human resource manager expected to take care of welfare activities, take care of welfare activities, employment, safety, training, wage and salary, administration, promotion, transfer, etc. Improving in living and working condition, improving in living and working conditions, health services, safety measures, prevention, settlement of disputes. These are the developed by the HRM. Okay, HRM expected to take care of welfare activities of employees, welfare activities of employees. Then employment means recruitment. Okay, then safety of employees in the organization, training process in the organization for new joiners. Okay, then wage and salary. What is wage? Any person take a amount for daily basis, weekly basis or 14 days before basis, it is treated as wage. It is treated as wage. What is salary? Any person worked for monthly basis, 2 months basis, 3 months quarterly, 4 months basis, 6 months or yearly basis, that is called treated as salary. That is called difference between the wage and salary. Then next one, administration. Okay, HR work as a administration, promotions, transfers, etc. It is a expected take care of HRM. Then improving in living and working conditions, health services of employee, safety of employee, safety measures, preventions, settlements of disputes. These are the HRM evaluation. See, once I repeat, listen carefully. Evaluation and development program of HRM. First management book title Ardhashastra, written by Kautilya, 14th century BC before Christ. Okay, his contributor was based on Samrastra concept like job description, qualification for job selection process, executive development, incentive system, performance appraisal were very effectively analyzed and explained. After that, from 1922 till date, HR status. First 1920 to 1930, development beginning stage and emphasis statutory and welfare only, and it is a clerical status. From 1940 to 1960, it is a struggle for recognition. It is a introduction of techniques. Okay, introduction of techniques, status administrative. Then 1970 to 1980, it is a achieving model. Okay, it is a achieving regulatory confirming imposition as of standard. It is a manager level of status. Then 1992 today onwards, it is a promising human values production with people. Now it is a executive level, manager level, executive level is a higher level compared with the manager level. After that, before the Britishers time, at the time of Britishers time, during the British rules, the first factory was adopted in 1881. The Factories Commission was appointed 1885. This act provided for weekly holidays fixation of working hours, fixation of minimum wage. Okay, then 1980 the first labor organization was formed and known as Bombay Mill Hands Association. The association successfully running. The success of this association, few among these were Printers Union Calcutta in 1905, Postal Union Bombay 1907, Madras Labor Union 1918. The union movement was very weak, but the situation showed market improvement 5 years before and after the Second World War. After independence, the activities of the personal development have multiplied. The personal functions in India originated 1920 with the concern of labor welfare in factories. HRM expected to take care of welfare activities, employment, safety, training, wages and salary, administration, promotion, training, improving in living, working conditions, health services, safety measures, preventions, settlement of disputes, etc. These are the human resource management, evolution and development in India. Thank you. Okay, next topic is challenges of human resource management in India. Challenges of human resource management in India. Why? Because in India, country-wise cultures and rules and regulations and traditions are different. So that's why I am we are discussing about challenges of HR in India. So HR manager also in previous unit and this unit starting time we are discussed about HR functions, need, then scope, importance, functions, then HR history. But some challenges also there for HR manager. The challenges are discussed, the main 7 points, mainly 7 points. Some other points also there, but mainly these are the important points. Okay, this is the important question in 5 marks category. Okay, now first point, upgrading skills set. Upgrading skills set. HR is a manual person, not a systematic person. Okay, because of he is only training and development, then recruitment, selection, placement. These works are conducted by the human resource manager. But nowadays we are upgrading day by day. Like in 1980 we are using landline phones. In 2000 we are using features phones. Now 2020 we are using smartphones in every hand, including beggar also. Okay, that's why upgrading the HR also upgrade skill set in the organization because of organization rules and regulations, organization cultures, organization rules and regulations also changed day to day. So at the time of change of organization, HR manager also change the compare with organization. So at the time of training and development, these two departments, these two areas, HR manager, there is no upgrading. Okay, that's why it is a first and primary challenge HR manager in India. he is failure in given the best training. Best training means using the innovations. Innovation means new technology, using the new technology. Why? Because using the new technology, after using the new technology, reduce cost and fastest system. In case reduce the cost, what is this? What is this? In this case, in case reduce the cost, company will more income. Company will get more income. Okay. Then, in case he is using the training and development, upgrading the skill set at the time of given the organization training and development for new employees. Training and development for existing employees. Okay, so these are the first point. Then second one, changing business. In case a business will started from last 2 years, okay, then what is the business objectives? There is two common objectives for all commercial business. We are dealing with only commercial business, non-commercial business we are not dealing at this time. Okay, so all commercial business there is main two objectives. First one is to earn more profit, that is the primary objective. And second point, expansion of their business day by day. So in case any business started from last 2 years, in this year the business owner can change some other business. The HR executive will not work another new business because of he is not upgrading skill set. He is only applicable that old business. Okay, this is also one of the main challenge. He is not changed, but business also changed time to time. Okay, so that's why he is no talent about other business. Okay, this is the second point. Second challenge is changing business. And third one, managing technology. What is technology? Using through computers or softwares, you can manage the technology. In every organization, manage the technology. In case, some example. In case in 1990, accounts using pure manually. At the time of 1990 to 2010 onwards, approximate, okay, manual accounts are maintained. But in 2017 GST is implemented. So manual accounts not applicable for GST. So all manual accounts persons are empty at the time of GST implementation. So HR manager, as per this example, HR manager managing the technology day to day. So he is no motivation. In case changing the business, he is no motivation of employees and no required knowledge. no required knowledge because of business changes, business changed in the organization, product change in the organization, he is low required knowledge about that product. That time he will not given the best performance on the job. Okay, this is the third one. And developing accountability, he is also maintain some records like salary statement, PF statement, ESI. These records are maintained by the human resource management. In case he is maintained in books, the company upgrading software, it is not possible to work in the books. So this is the another problem. Okay, so developing accountability, these are the one of the main challenge nowadays. Okay, so this is the fourth point. And next one, managing work stress. Okay, managing workforce stress and employment relations. Okay, it is a purely people's management. HR management is a purely people's management. That's why he suffer from more stress because of peoples are not a same. In any department, in any organization, in any business also, all are not same. That's why he is suffering from more stress in the organization. He cannot manage, sometimes he cannot manage the stress, workforce stress in the organization. And employment relations also, he cannot maintain employment good relations. Okay na, he cannot maintain employment good relations in the organization, not help to organization. Okay, because of he employment not maintain employment good relation, that's why he cannot help to the organization. This is the fifth point of challenges of human resource management in India. And then sixth one, managing interfunctional conflict. So in the organization, HR manager maximum try to reduce the interfunctional conflict in the organization. HR manager maximum try to managing the reduce the interfunctional conflict in the organization. And last point of challenges, managing workforce diversity. In case it is a MNC company, what is MNC? Multinational companies. Any organization or any company worked two or more countries, that company will treat it as a multinational company. In case a multinational company, the peoples are from different countries, okay, different cultures, but HR manager cannot be maintained all people because of there is no relation with the countries, same countries. That's why the different cultures, different countries. That's why he is managing workforce diversity. It is also one of the main challenge in the multinational companies. Okay, these are the challenges of human resource management. So I repeat, listen carefully. First one is upgrading skill set of human resource manager. Second one is changing business. Then third one, managing technology or using technology. Then developing accountability. This is the main part in the challenges of human resource management. Then managing workforce stress. He cannot feel stress. In case he feel as a stress, he cannot be satisfied with her job performance in the organization. Employment relations, he cannot, HR manager will not maintain good relations in the organization. So he is not help to the organization. Then managing interfunctional conflict. Managing interfunctional conflict. So this is maximum try to reduce the interfunctional conflicts in the organization. Managing workforce diversity. So different persons, different cultures, different countries are available in same organization. That's why he can try to maintain the diversity, workforce diversity in the organization. These are the challenges of human resource management. Thank you.